right, Dylan. The road to WrestleMania has officially come to an end, and we are, I guess, on the road to the next big PLE, which would be SummerSlam. So, this
Yeah.
episode, we'll be talking about what happened at WrestleMania, along with the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, because there were some fun things that happened on there. And we were recording this before Friday Night SmackDown, which we'll talk about that in the next episode because I'm assuming some fun things are going to happen on SmackDown as well. So, Dylan, as a whole, WrestleMania 42, what were your thoughts on it?
Definitely not the best WrestleMania of recent memory, but it wasn't terrible. I think night one definitely lacked a bit. Night two picked up a lot of the slack though. Not that that's how you want a WrestleMania to go, but I'll take one banger night at least. So night one was a little bit lackluster for sure, and left some left something to be desired, I guess. But night two was amazing, and overall, a lot of the results were the right results, even on night one. So I'm not like too upset overall. I mean, the main thing is just not enough wrestling, right? Not enough wrestling
Yeah,
on
you
this
could say
on
that
WrestleMania.
again, dude. I mean,
Um,
not even an hour and a half of matches on a 4-hour show is
yeah,
interesting,
yeah.
to say the least.
To say the least is exactly what I was about to say. So, yeah, it's definitely interesting. We'll go through it match by match, and then obviously, um, we'll give our overall kind of. I don't know if we want to give it an overall letter grade or rating out of 10 or whatever, but we'll figure that out as we go through, and then we'll kind of talk about after each match where we think the story goes from there, maybe.
Yeah,
So let's start off the match that kicked off the weekend,
yeah.
right? Which was no, not KSI. I
Uh,
Show Speed,
I Show Speed and the
Logan
Vision.
Paul, and Austin Theory, yeah,
Yeah,
versus the
they.
Usos and LA Knight.
Yeah, that match
Um,
went 7 minutes and 8 seconds. We'll have all of the match times too, because I
um,
think that's left. Bell to
that
bell.
match, I'm fine with that match going 7 minutes and 8 seconds.
It should have. It should
Yeah,
have
no,
gone
this was
7 minutes.
a match that I don't think anybody was too upset over being a little bit shorter. Um, right people won. Yeah, cool that LA Knight got the pin and got his music. Uh, cool. Hey, shout out to the LA Knight and the Usos for matching. I thought that was
Yeah,
good on them.
it's always
Good
fun.
on them. And the right person, yeah, the right team won. And then we got a nice moment where I Show Speed put Logan Paul uh through the announce table with a frog splash, which was he got up and it was a good frog splash.
Yeah.
So shout out to him for doing that. And that's scary, man. I mean, we've both stood on a top rope before, or
Mm-hmm.
at least a middle rope, and you really don't realize how high that thing is, especially when you're going outside to a table.
Yeah.
So it takes some balls to even pull it off and pull it off. Well, and they made the right call having him do it to Logan Paul. You know what I mean? We didn't
Yeah.
need as that match. I think went as good as it could have gone. Right result and whatever. So we moved on from there.
Sure did.
And I mean, we can. So do we talk about the Vision now, or do we wait until we talk about the
Well,
Seth match?
we'll uh, we'll wait. Let's wait
Okay.
till the Seth match.
All right. So then next up, we had the unsanctioned match.
Yes.
Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, in what ended up being pretty brutal of a brawl. I'll tell you what,
Tell me.
I very much enjoyed this.
Okay.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought we were gonna get a little crazier though.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I fully agree.
Not that it was bad. it just left more to be desired.
Yeah, like I thought it was fine. It was a fine unsanctioned match. I think it's the tough
Yeah,
part is like
they
when
left a
you
little bit of money on the table for sure.
oh yeah, and it's like when you build up a feud like this that's just so heated and has so much tension and hatred in it, and you put them in an unsanctioned match, like I I was thinking there had to be blood involved in this match. Which there wasn't, which is fine, but it's just like it didn't feel like I just wanted more oomph. I wanted more
Yeah, I
violence.
don't know if they thought. I mean, we did get blood a couple other times throughout the weekend, so this isn't me defending them. This is me just trying to see where their heads were at. Maybe they thought it would have been too much blood like throughout the week. I don't know. I'm with you though. I definitely felt like we needed some blood in the unsanctioned match of out of everything.
Yeah.
Uh, but overall, like I said, it's just I felt like they could have had a little bit more. How long did this go?
This went 14 minutes and 9 seconds bell to bell.
Yeah, yeah, like they could have been a little bit closer to the 20-minute mark,
Yeah.
and gotten a little more action in there. Not that it was a bad match by any means. I think the men did, and honestly, 14 minutes for an unsanctioned match is just not enough time. Like they
Yeah.
18 minutes. I think that extra 4 minutes could have went a long way.
Mm-hmm.
And but overall, I will say right result. In my opinion, Jacob Fatu getting the win here on the WrestleMania stage. It is interesting to see where Drew McIntyre goes from here. But being that he was just champion, I feel like he was in a much better situation to lose this match than Jacob.
Well, it's off the
Especially,
record, the loss. Never
yeah,
happened.
and that as well. That as well.
And you pointed out a good detail, too, about the match.
Which
And
was
who was
what?
officiating it.
Oh yeah, they definitely the official was not wearing a WWE branded shirt, just a plain black shirt to let the people know WWE doesn't have nothing to do with this.
They
This
got
guy is
nothing
out
to
here
do
to
with
call
it.
the count and nothing more.
Either.
So yeah, I thought that was a nice touch when they think about things like that and go the extra step. Even though it's a easy thing to do, I like when they think about it and do stuff like that because there's a lot of times they don't put enough thought in stuff like that.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it's getting the details right for sickos like us to realize and notice them. But I mean, yeah, I agree with you pretty much with everything that you said. Jacob Fatu obviously got the win. He should have gotten the win. Could have went longer. Probably should have went longer. That's going to be a common theme for the entire night one of WrestleMania and overall for night two as well. But in terms of what Drew does from here, I think he's fine. Like he'll find they got something for him to do that'll be fun. Probably after Backlash, which is quickly coming up. So it'll be interesting to see who he's going to face at SummerSlam because that is the next kind of big PLE that's coming up, and he's going to be on SummerSlam. I feel like so, or at least he deserves to be on SummerSlam because it's 2 nights. So.
oh yeah, no, Drew should definitely be on there. Yeah, and it's interesting. Obviously, I mean, we can talk about we'll talk about Jacob Fatu at the end of the show.
Yes, once
And
we talk about
where
what happened on Raw.
yeah, where this led for him. But obviously, Jacob Fatu took another step on Raw, and that was not going to be able to happen if Jacob Fatu lost this match. So they
Yeah.
made the right call.
Yes.
And then what was the third match of the night? Was that
It was the women's tag team championship
yeah.
match, the Fatal 4-Way. Brie Bella and Paige ended up getting the win here. This match went 8 minutes and 33 seconds. So we talked about it probably the past 2 episodes. If Nikki Bella was going to be good to go, what they were going to do. She was trying to get her ankle right, and it wasn't good to go, and they made her limp out there to announce that Brie Bella will not be tagging with Nikki, but in fact she will be tagging with a returning Paige. So that, I mean, having them win was interesting. Um,
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure where they go from here. I don't think they know where they go from here. They very
I
much
wouldn't be surprised
wanted.
if they lost on this Friday, to like
Okay, were they
the
on Raw?
they were, but they didn't like have a segment. They were sitting in the front row,
Okay,
and they like
okay.
went to them
Oh
at a certain
yes,
point. So I
that's right.
think it'll probably. I'm hoping they have a segment on SmackDown, and then I don't know. Maybe the Irresistible Forces take them back. Like this doesn't feel like this feels very similar to when Becky came back last year, and then they lost them the next night. Like I
Yeah,
cannot imagine this is a long reign. Um, I think they very much were just feeling like bringing Paige back in that moment. They wanted to give the crowd a big moment, and it was a big moment. I mean, I'll say this: the match again. This match should have went longer, especially being that it was a fatal 4-way match. Uh,
and like an
and these,
actual fatal 4-way.
yeah, yeah. Also, shout out to them for doing that.
I don't
Love
know
the fact that,
how they just decide when it's going to be like that or when it's not going to be
yeah,
like that.
but it should just be like that. The other ones are so stupid, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um, and I'm like, it's wrestling. You can do whatever you want. So just
yeah.
put all four. Like, if you want them to take each other out outside of the ring and then have two people in the ring, just do that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. Um, but anyway, yeah, I definitely. I mean, Paige getting added to this match at the last second obviously threw a wrench into everything, all the thoughts.
Yeah,
But I guess the bigger story here is the Paige return. Paige back in WWE. We didn't see it coming. Apparently, there were reports that day or the day before. Actually, I didn't see any of them. Mark
I
didn't
didn't
see any of
see.
them,
I
so
didn't
it was
see
a
any
true
of them.
surprise to us, which was pretty cool. Um,
Yes.
and yeah, it's interesting to see what Paige is going to do now that she's back in WWE. I definitely thought that she was great during her time at WWE and pretty good during her time in AEW. So, uh, very interested and excited to see her back and see what she's going to do now.
So I feel like they're just gonna wait until Nikki's healthy, and then they're probably just going to immediately take the tag titles off of Brie, and then probably just, I don't even know, like,
Maybe.
maybe Nikki just takes the title from Paige, and there she's just like turns on her as like the Bella Twins are the tag team champs now, without maybe some sort of weird trying to get a free bird
You know,
rule.
I could definitely see the Bella Twins turning heel on Paige to like take that title from her at some
Be-
point.
because it's like they clearly want the Bella Twins as tag team champions. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can't, like, if you turn Nikki, like maybe you could still have like, I don't, like, do you then start a feud with Nikki and Brie, which like I don't think they want to do, and I don't think they
No,
will.
no, they're not
But
going to
then
do
it's
that.
like, how do they get the tag titles off of Brie and Paige? Like maybe during the match, but then it's like, I don't know, it'd be a little weird, I guess, for Brie. But she'd probably just be like, I don't want to be tag champs with you. Maybe they both just leave her in during the match, so Paige has to fight whoever the challengers will be by herself. Probably the Irresistible Forces.
Yeah, it could be something like that. But I definitely am not expecting a long reign here. So,
I would say
however they
before
do it,
Backlash,
yeah, for sure.
which is in like two or 3 weeks, I think, at this point. So let's move on to the next match here, Dylan, because we've got a 3-time Women's Intercontinental Champion on our hands here. Becky Lynch beat AJ Lee. This match went 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Talk me through your thoughts on this match.
I did enjoy the match. Again, just not enough time. Like this is WrestleMania. These people have been working all year for these
Yeah.
matches
An
and these
8-minute
moments.
WrestleMania match is crazy.
And the amount of I mean, we've gotten several. Like we got several that
Mm-hmm.
were 8 minutes or shorter. So yeah, but I guess to not beat a dead horse and talk about the not enough time. Um, I did enjoy the match. I thought it was fun. I thought both of them delivered. I was and Becky Lynch came out on top, which was she's now a 3-time women's
Yeah.
intercontinental champion, which just keeps adding to her resume. Um, so I'm really interested to see the direction they go from here, especially with AJ. We got AJ saying that like you'll you'll see her again soon, hopefully. Don't know what that means. So we'll see. Maybe she's just taking some time off, and she'll come back eventually. Who knows? But yeah, Becky Lynch getting the win here. The man, big time Bex. What did you think, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I predicted Becky to win, so I kind of just it didn't really surprise me. Just based off of like where they both kind of were going to go from there, or at least where I thought they were going to go from there. Before obviously what AJ said with her just taking a break. So I'm assuming she'll be back in time for SummerSlam because I mean it just depends. Like it just seemed like she was just taking a little break, and obviously once SummerSlam happens, then I'm assuming she will build something to SummerSlam. I don't know what's next for Becky. Um, Maybe Sol Ruka challenges for the IC title. Um, who knows, right? Maybe like a Roxanne Perez, I think would be sick to challenge for the title. Um, but let's just get some fresh competition in there in that women's mid card seed.
And
Maybe
I think we will.
Natty. Like they've got
I think we will.
options. Yeah, so I don't know. The match was fine. Obviously, Becky is awesome. Great to see the Wonder Years live performance for her entrance. That was super sick. So, yeah, and I mean, it'll be interesting to see where they both go from here and when AJ Lee is going to return. So, let's move on to the next match, Dylan, because Gunther defeated Seth Rollins by a referee's decision. This match went 17 minutes and 52 seconds. This was a WrestleMania match, Dylan.
Yes, and this was a really good match. And then so these men went back and forth, really beat the hell out of each other. This was, I mean, we had talked about it like when it was happening, but it very much got off to the start, and I think they said it on commentary as well. Not the match you would have expected. At least for the first like 10 minutes. These dudes were just beating the hell out of each other. We did end up settling in and getting some more wrestling at certain points, but definitely not the straight up wrestling match you might have expected from these two men. Either way, a great match. I really really enjoyed it. One of my favorite matches of the weekend. And like we said, there's not much else you have to do for the story or anything. Just put Gunther and Seth in a ring and let them work. And
that favor is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
that pops.
That favor is definitely going to be interesting to see when that pops up. Now that Paul Heyman owes Gunther a favor for taking care of Seth Rollins, Gunther gets the win here. The right call for sure. Seth could afford the loss. Baby. 10 times more than Gunther could, especially at WrestleMania. Gunther's had a couple of big WrestleMania losses that they mentioned on commentary, which almost, I mean, right then and there, that sealed the deal for me that he was not going to lose. Them mentioning that on commentary. Not that I felt, I mean, I was incredibly confident the entire time, but looking back on it, that's the moment where you're like, okay, yeah, they're not going to bring up these two losses without, especially just with the current run that he's on. They're not going to say things to make him look weak if he's not about to get this win. So, yeah, and then, I mean, the other big story, obviously, the return of Braun Breaker in this match.
Yeah.
Comes sprinting down the ramp out of nowhere, takes out Seth Rollins, allows Gunther to get the win. And then we had that incredible shot of Braun Breaker after the match running down the ramp at full speed.
Yeah. That's got to be a scary sight. See Braun Breaker,
no doubt. Obviously, wasn't
running down your throat.
Wasn't the best spear on that one.
Yeah.
That's kind of the double-edged sword that comes with when you're moving so incredibly fast.
Yeah.
You're kind of just on a line, and if it doesn't line up perfectly, it's gonna not look awesome. But either way, it was fine. He didn't completely miss.
How far back do you think he could start his spear jump lunge and hit them? Pretty far
Pretty
back, right?
far, yeah.
Like that dude
Like,
will fly through that air like Superman.
yeah, pretty far. I think he needs to start doing more of that.
Jump early.
Yeah, jump earlier.
Okay, just lunge.
Because I think that's kind of why he missed.
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't miss completely, but like he didn't hit it great.
Yeah.
But either way, Mark, yeah, I mean I know we're both on the same page, really enjoying this match with the right person winning.
Oh, great. We got to talk about Seth's gear.
Oh yeah.
The smoking jacket's sick.
Yeah, that was crazy. With the contacts
that he magically took out.
Yeah,
somehow.
That's the big thing. I have no idea how he got those out. Me and my fiance were very surprised. We were like, we had no idea. We spent a lot of time trying to figure out how he got them out that quickly. Still don't really know.
Yeah. Pretty impressive. Maybe the most impressive feat of WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, potentially.
I mean, it was a split second.
But anyway, yeah, that was pretty sick. And now we can also talk about, the next night on Raw, we have Seth Rollins calling out Braun Breaker and the Vision, and it leads to a beatdown happening from Braun Breaker and Logan Paul and Austin Theory.
Beat down.
They're beating down on our boy Seth Rollins, and then we get the return.
I bring this
the Street Profits. Yeah, bring this man, ain't nobody yet. Old theme too. I didn't even really unless they've been using that theme for a little bit again.
Dude, it's been so long since they've been on TV.
Yeah, but anyway,
the best tag team in WWE has returned.
Yes, dude.
They are the best tag team in WWE.
Thank God. They're both looking awesome. Yeah. Both looking in great shape.
Montez Ford lost that little beach ball belly.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say they caught him at a terrible angle. They caught him at a different way. Yeah. He was pretty, obviously he put on a little bit, but he was definitely, if you see the full video where he then turns around and flexes, you're like, yeah, he was, bulking. He's,
yeah. It's he wasn't. They're so locked in, especially people like Montez Ford, who just very clearly cares about his body. You could tell him to lose that weight in 2 days and he would do it. And he would just look shredded.
Yeah, but anyway, so awesome that the Street Profits are back.
Yeah, buddy.
Hopefully this leads to them
taking those tag
titles off of the Vision,
as they should,
really reestablishing this tag team division on Raw.
Yeah.
Hopefully WWE is starting to wake up again and realize what they have in the Street Profits, in an incredible team for their division. So yeah, where do you think this is going, Mark? Do you think we're getting a 6-man tag at Backlash?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd bet on that 6-man tag as well, which is really exciting. And it's really awesome that the Street Profits are coming right back, not only getting shoved into a potential tag team title feud, but they're getting shoved into a top of the card feud that also involves the Vision and Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
Yeah. One of their biggest storylines.
Yeah, in a while, especially for them coming back out of nowhere. So, this is really, really awesome to see, and hopefully, this is not just for this storyline. Hopefully, this is a sign of what's to come in the near future for the Street Profits.
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully, they realized how excited everyone was to see them, man.
Dude,
it's been way too long.
I don't know. I would love to hear whoever made this decision to not put them on TV, explain it to me.
Well, okay, I will say, I bet it hit a certain point where they I'm not to now that we know that Bianca Belair is pregnant. So shout
Hmm.
out to Bianca Belair.
Congrats.
That was announced on at WrestleMania as well. I don't know. Maybe like they hit a certain point where then like Montez was like, Bianca's getting this finger surgery and she's pregnant. I might as well just like, I don't know. Maybe they were like, take that time off, be with Bianca. We got a storyline for you after Mania. Not that that excuses the amount of time they've been off TV before that, because it's been way too fucking long.
Yeah.
But uh, shout out to, yeah, congrats to Montez and Bianca. That's
Yes.
really, really awesome. Um, so congrats to them on Bianca's pregnancy. Um, The only thing that means is that it's a bit of a bummer we won't see Bianca Belair for probably close to another 10 months to a year, maybe,
Yeah, I would bet
depending
on
on.
a year.
But either way, uh, I know that's been a big, especially if you've watched WWE Unreal. That was, I know, something that's always been on the mind of Montez and Bianca especially. I know she talked about it a lot in the WWE Unreal show, just like wondering, like figuring out the time to have a baby as a
Hmm.
women's wrestler, because it's just there's it can really affect your career.
Hmm.
But very, very happy that they did. Um, that they're having a baby. So
Yeah, it's
congrats to
awesome.
them.
Um,
Um,
I mean, this has to lead to the Profits taking the title off of the Vision.
do you think we're getting a tag title match on Raw anytime soon before Backlash? I could definitely see that. Maybe not a
I
tag title match. I could see them getting a win in a non-title match, which then earns them a title match potentially.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe they
or
do
if
some singles matches.
yeah, or if they get a titles match, or if they get a title match, I could see like a maybe a cheap loss this time, and then they end up getting a win in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Maybe like the Raw after Backlash or something. If they like them and Seth beat them,
yeah,
um, or something like that. So, I could also see that's a way to like continue the story of Seth and Braun. If neither of them get a pin on one another, then it's very much like um, that story's still wide open. Neither of them really have a win over
yeah.
one or the other. So if they leave them out of the pin, and then like the Street Profits get a pin on Logan or Theory,
Hmm.
I think that's the best way to move that story along, because then you advance Street Profits getting a title shot, and then you can just be like, Braun and Seth are just like, it's just me and you now, dude. Let's figure this out or
Yeah,
whatever.
so that's what it feels like is going to happen at Backlash. Is
When is
6 man
Backlash?
May 7th?
Okay, yeah, that is soon.
I think it was literally 3 weeks
Do
after
you know where it
WrestleMania.
is?
Backlash is in Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's May 9th. Looking at the weekends
Yeah.
that are
But
colliding.
it's soon.
It should be May 9th.
Yeah, it's soon.
Because, like,
So
I think that's what's going to happen is one of the Street Profits are going to pin one of member or Logan or Theory. That's how you set up their tag title match. Like you said, you leave Breaker and Seth. Maybe both those matches happen at SummerSlam. I mean, Breaker versus Seth is definitely happening at SummerSlam.
yeah, that feels like a lock.
I could see them. I think the Street Profits win the tag titles at SummerSlam, probably. I think they get
You
a match in.
think they push it that far?
Yeah.
I hope not.
I think they get a match in before that. But like you said, the Vision wins in a cheap fashion.
Listen, man, if they, not that I'd be like, not that it wouldn't be annoying that that storyline would go that long, because it doesn't need to go that long. But
Mm-hmm.
if that's what it takes to keep the Street Profits hype and on TV and for the next like 6 months, and then they get the, like, if this is going to prolong this current Street Profits run, I'm all for it, man. I just love
Yeah.
the Street Profits. I love them. So
Yeah.
they need to
So
take those titles eventually, though,
yes.
sooner rather than
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. All right, Dylan. We have a new women's world champion. Liv
We
Morgan
do.
defeated Stephanie Vaquer. This match, as hard to believe as it is, went 6 minutes and 51 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, this is
Wow.
definitely the biggest.
Wow.
This is definitely the biggest.
What the hell?
This match is definitely the biggest victim of the short card, or whatever time, short match
Shortest
thing.
match of the weekend.
Yeah. I will say, apparently there was reports that I mean, obviously Liv Morgan is banged up, but she wrestled she wrestled Sol Ruka the next night on Raw in like in a match that was longer than her WrestleMania match. So like, I don't think it was, but then Steph came out too. I don't know. Apparently,
Yeah, what tell me this.
the reports are that they were both pretty banged up and they like couldn't go very long.
Okay.
Um,
Well, obviously they were banged up.
well, yeah, I was gonna say Liv is like visibly banged up, but I was like, but then she wrestled a longer match the next night on Raw, so I feel like that can't be it.
I
Maybe
feel
Steph
like
is banged up.
but I feel like they both would push through for the WrestleMania match.
Dude, I'm with you. I'm just saying, like,
I don't
they
think they're
also
gonna
just have
be
to
like
get
that.
told what to do. Like, if it's just
Yeah.
like, if they're just like, listen, we don't want you guys to get any more hurt. Just like, we're cutting all of this from the match. You're doing this and then get to the finish. They just got to do it. Like, if that's what they're told to do. So who knows? Not that I'm defending it because it was way, way too short. Like I said, I mean, if they physically were not able to go super long, or if like Steph was like physically not able to go super long, that's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Liv had a match the next night on Raw, like I've now said multiple times, and it was longer and like and showed no signs of her being too banged up to have a longer match the previous night. So,
Yeah.
or 2 nights before. So, who knows? Maybe Steph is banged up, and that's why. I'll hope that's why, because this was definitely not the debut that she deserved by any means.
Yeah.
But with that said, we don't have to. I mean, there's not much more to be said about the match. It was just too short. There was hardly anything. It
Too
was
short.
what they did. They executed well, but I mean, it was, yeah, like we said, it was executed well, but was not anywhere near the WrestleMania match we should have gotten. But in my opinion, once again, the right person won, and that was Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan losing this, I think, would have been pretty detrimental to her character. Actually, I will say I do love like a Liv Morgan off the rails, just like that. But the win was much more beneficial to her, obviously, and I very much feel like she needed that win. And at least I will say it feels like we saw the next night on Raw. The Steph and Liv thing is not done. So
it is not.
So I'm hoping. So that's what gives me a little bit more hope. Maybe that they were like, these women are banged up. They can't go super long. Like, they're good enough to wrestle, but they're not good enough to do what we want them to do. Let's just send them out there to whatever, get the story across, and then rematch on Backlash when they have a few more weeks to heal up, and like then they can really go. That's my fingers crossed is what's happening. Is my fingers crossed is what's happening. Obviously, can't bet on it for sure, but
I would bet on it.
No, definitely not. That's just wishful thinking, hoping that this was a situation where they physically couldn't do it. So we're gonna get the match that should have happened at WrestleMania at Backlash. Who knows? Obviously, like I said, very wishful.
I don't think we're gonna get the match at Backlash.
I think we definitely might.
Okay.
Just considering it was a very dirty win, like the Judgment Day was.
Yeah,
but
I think they want to like build it out longer.
I think they've been building it out plenty long.
I mean, you're not wrong. But it's just like, I don't know, Backlash.
The first match.
Backlash always just feels like a quick little match to get you by that to then build for the next PLE. If that makes sense.
I totally agree. I just think in this situation, I think it makes sense for them to wrestle at Backlash.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain
If
about
they
it.
had a 15-minute match and like Liv won, then I wouldn't be saying this.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it was like a
sure.
super quick match with interference. So I'm like, leaving WrestleMania, Steph is the champion that most both deserves and like makes sense to have a rematch, I would say.
Yeah,
Um, so
yeah. I
we'll
mean,
see where they go. I mean, hopefully it's on Backlash and they give them some actual time. Um, but regardless, even if it's on Raw, hopefully we just get this match with some real time, like a match that we were supposed to get at WrestleMania, and they give these women the chance to show what they would have done. Um,
yeah. I mean,
even though it's not on the WrestleMania stage.
yeah. So it'll be interesting
Make
to see
them
what
regret it. Make them regret it, ladies.
make them regret it. All right, Dylan. Let's move on to the main event, which was Cody Rhodes successfully defending his undisputed WWE Championship against Randall Keith Orton. This match went 22 minutes and 44 seconds. Um, we've had some shenanigans in this match, Dylan. I
Yeah,
know right
yeah, we
off the
sure
bat,
did.
quite annoyed that Pat McAfee got his own entrance.
Yeah. Well, this is what we were talking about. We were like, this is another like double-edged sword where we were like, would you rather have Pat McAfee just have his own entrance first and just get it out of the way? Or would you rather him be walking next to Randy Orton the whole time during his entrance and being annoying? So it's
Yeah.
like neither one is a great option. Obviously, the top option is Pat McAfee's not involved at all.
Yeah. We don't need Pat McAfee and Randy Orton's
So
pictures
I
coming
was saying
down.
I was trying, yeah. So I was like trying to at least see it on as annoying as it was. He got his own entrance. I was trying to keep my glass half full, and be like, well, at least we don't have an annoying ass Pat McAfee jumping around in the background while Randy Orton's being cool as hell during his WrestleMania entrance. Um, and then of course, yeah, early on in this match, Jelly Roll puts. I mean, Cody did most of the work, but then our boy, I don't know why
Did
I
all
said
the
our
work.
boy. Um, not necessarily our boy, really.
Uh
Just the guy, Jelly Roll. I'm saying,
oh, yeah, no, not our he's not my boy.
not our. He's not our boy. I do appreciate that
I'm
Jelly Roll.
anti I'm anti Jelly Roll.
All right, so Jelly Roll puts Pat through the table.
That
In
table.
theory,
That table went
uh,
kablamo.
yes, it
That
did. I will say
table
that was pretty
shattered.
awesome. The way
That
that shit
table
just
shattered like
exploded.
I've never seen a table shatter before.
So I will at least give a shout out to Jelly Roll for making a table break in a way that I've never seen a table break before. So that was pretty cool. Um, I'll say this too. Also, not that I wanted Jelly Roll or Pat McAfee involved in this at all, but I did see a clip of like Jelly Roll where they were just like asking him after WrestleMania, and he was just like, "Happy I could help, like take Pat out of the equation or something," and he was just like, he very much. And then they asked him something again, and he was very much like, he was like, "I don't think this is the bit." He was like, "This isn't me and Pat's business. I think we both have something else." He was like, we're better off being really big fans."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought that was at least cool that he said it. Whether they follow through with it at all,
Okay.
um,
That's the
that's
question.
something else to be seen. But anyway, so Pat McAfee is in theory taken out of the equation for a bit until the very end of the match.
Well, I will say too, it was funny him putting the thumbs up when he was getting stretchered out.
Yeah, no, that
That
was
was funny.
funny. Um, so then I will say, at least in that case, in the way they set that up, we got a straightforward match for a decent amount of time, at least between Cody and Randy.
Yeah.
Both men busted open, lots of blood. Cody's head full of blood. That blonde hair really makes blood look awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
so then,
He almost lost his eye.
yeah, man. Yeah,
Allegedly.
man. Um, so then obviously we get on, and a referee is knocked out. Let's just fast forward.
Classic.
Yeah,
Charles
referee.
Robins.
Yeah, Charles
Right?
Robinson. Yep.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. We saw that coming. He's the one that
yeah.
gets knocked around because he's the best at it.
So, yeah, then we get Pat coming down in a neck brace and a referee shirt. Slow count there from Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
And Cody kicks out at 2. Randy Orton is not happy. So then he RKO's Pat McAfee in, I guess, in turn turning heel, or well, he's already heel, but turning on Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Um, no longer aligning himself with the likes of Pat McAfee.
I wonder
And
if
then
that'll get
Cody Rhodes
explained.
was able to hit a crossroads. I believe Cody went low a couple times. Cody was really uh,
Listen to
leaning
the
in.
voices
Yeah, Cody was
in that
really
head.
leaning into the heel stuff here. And we were saying this is really interesting from Cody leaning into this. One, I think they're both just vets and they just like know how to work a crowd. Like Cody's not gonna try to like if a crowd is just booing him, he's not gonna like be like, "Let's go, fellas, come on!"
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna play into it and smile. Like he's a vet in that instance. But then as the match went on, it very much became more apparent like, oh no, this isn't necessarily Cody leaning into the heel persona. This is Cody leading into what Randy Orton is and him being
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I need to learn from my mentor
Mm-hmm.
and be as, get as despicable and evil as Randy Orton was. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Helped
ended
him
up
win
getting
15, 14.
Yeah, ended up getting Cody Rhodes the victory. He was the champion at the end of the night. But then, quickly after that,
Mm.
Randy Orton grabs that title, smacks our boy Cody in the head.
Beat down.
And then we finally get what they've been teasing for a very long time now, since Randy Orton came back at
Yeah.
War Games a couple years ago. That punt kick, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Cody Rhodes, that sicko, was probably back there begging to get punt kicked in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. And I don't know if that's the kick that ended up like destroying his eye. Like, I don't know if it was that moment,
I
but
don't think it was.
okay. I like
Uh,
to, in my head, I like to
but
say that it was. I mean, they're
well,
going to say that it was.
WWE did say it was.
Yeah. So
I'm
in
pretty
my
sure it
head,
was one of the punches when they like right
gotcha.
before when they were like going back and forth.
But anyway, Um, yeah, Cody got his head kicked clean off, almost his entire skull. Um, and then we are on Monday Night Raw. We got a little segment between Punk and Cody. We'll see where that goes down the line. I think it was more just kind of to get them both on the card and uh, like I don't know. I don't really think it's going to lead to much of anything. But we were able to see Cody's eye, which was a true shiner.
Oh, they don't get much
Not
more
a
shinier than that.
Yeah, not been a while since I've seen a true shiner like that. Like
Yeah.
that was like a cartoon black eye, man. That was like
Yeah, that
um
was.
I don't know if it's his skin or what, but man, when that guy bruises, it is ugly. Um
I bruise like a peach.
yeah, so anyway, uh yeah, so I mean that's and oh, and I mean the biggest thing that was in this match, which I guess in turn makes it, I guess, a very good thing that Cody Rhodes won. As much as I want Randy Orton to
Yeah.
win his 15th world title, Pat McAfee stated that he would never come back to WWE if Cody Rhodes got that win. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes Cody Rhodes winning a little bit sweeter as well. So apparently we're getting no more Pat McAfee moving
How
forward.
long? But for how long is that
Yeah,
gonna
I don't know.
last?
We'll see. But definitely being the way that it ended, this storyline is not over. Is there any chance we get this at Backlash? I would say no, right?
No. I
Yeah, I
don't
think
think
they
so.
carry this on a bit. I do think Orton is gonna get that 15 though. Um,
Yeah.
just depends when, man. Just depends when.
I mean, I think he will get 15, but it just feels like every time he challenges and loses, we just keep saying he's gonna get it. But when?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I won't lie to you. This to me felt like a pivot where they went. People really don't like this Pat thing, and also, are we gonna have Cody go like lose again at WrestleMania? I think they didn't want Cody to lose. I think it was the Pat thing. I think it was probably all involved. Who knows? We'll never know for sure. But what their plans were.
Also,
But
important things can happen not at WrestleMania. Also,
oh, 100%. So hopefully we get some important stuff that doesn't happen at WrestleMania because
yeah,
we got a year.
yeah, yeah.
So let's move on to the next night, man. We got
Whew.
kicking off the night, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar.
Whew. Whew.
Oba,
Whew.
Oba,
Whew.
Oba,
Whew.
Oba,
Whew.
Oba,
I mean, my
Oba,
goodness.
Oba. Whew. Oh, sorry. Yeah, didn't even need to do that. See my strut. He was like, if you were telling the truth, you would say my name is Paul Heyman and my client, Brock Lesnar, is scared of Obafemi. Like,
That
bro.
was awesome.
Yeah, man. So not much to talk about other than Obafemi looking like a beast. I mean, when I found out this was kicking, when we see this is kicking off the night, I thought the ladder match was going to kick off the night.
Okay.
And the closer and closer we got to this match, the more I felt like Oba was going to win. Like when it first started off, I was like, oh, Brock is going to win, and then Oba's going to retire him at like SummerSlam or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that even may have been their original choice potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think obviously they struck gold, and it's lightning in a bottle with Oba right now. So they needed to, and they made the right choice. If it was a pivot, they made the right pivot because Oba 100% deserved to win that match. Selling the F5 got me so damn hype.
Dude,
And then he gets up, choke slam, fall from grace power bomb. One of the best power bombs I've
Is
ever
that his
seen.
finisher?
The power bomb?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that always his finisher in NXT?
Pretty sure.
Hmm.
At least it's been his finisher for a while.
Good.
Yeah, because it's called the fall from grace.
I
So
was
like
thinking about how we need a good power bomb.
oh
as
no,
a
yeah,
finisher.
that's definitely his finisher. I mean, if
yeah.
it wasn't, it is now. But no, it's
Pretty sure he's won all of his matches recently using that.
No, he's that's been his finisher for quite a while. Yeah, and it's a great name too, the fall from grace.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I love how it's a sit out power bomb. Like it's so much more power in a sit out power bomb.
Yeah. Looks cooler. You don't got
I
to do
think
anything after. You just go right to the
Batista
pin.
is one of the few power bombs that I'm like, it's almost better that Batista doesn't sit out because Batista just literally just throws the person so fucking hard against the mat. But yeah. Anyway, and then the big story, obviously, Obafemi gets
Bearing
this
the
win.
lead here.
Obafemi gets this win, and then Brock Lesnar sitting center ring, tears in his eyes, man. Removes the gloves and the boots, leaves him center ring,
It was
and
nice knowing you,
appears
Brock.
to hang it up. Retires right there. Paul Heyman in the ring with him. Makes a lot more sense that Paul Heyman was there, involved with him recently, knowing that he was hanging it up here. What are your thoughts, Mark? Brock Lesnar calling it a career.
It's fine with me. But I mean, listen, as much as I'm an anti Brock Lesnar guy, obviously he was a vital part of WWE for the past 2 decades or so. Obviously, a lot of people like him. There is nobody quite like Brock Lesnar in terms of
as far as legitimizing the way people view professional wrestlers.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has done quite what Brock Lesnar has done.
Yeah.
For as far as that is concerned, at least just like with him transferring over to UFC and becoming a champion there, and really showing that these wrestlers aren't just like random. Obviously, Brock Lesnar is kind of one of a kind when it comes to that, but showing that wrestling isn't just full of pansies who can't fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, say what you want about Brock Lesnar. Obviously, we're not the biggest fans. But one thing I will say, I've always been able to give Brock Lesnar credit for is he's never had a problem for the most part with losing and putting people over, and making people look good. And he especially did not have a problem doing it with Obafemi just now, because he
Yeah.
made Obafemi look like a beast. Um, yeah, just he made Obafemi look like an absolute beast.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I'm not gonna 90% of that credit obviously goes to Obafemi. Like Obafemi
Yeah.
is a beast. Brock Lesnar didn't have to do much, but he's never had too much of a problem putting people over. So I got to respect that. And the other thing is that I guess respect on him for just deciding to call it a career, and understanding that it's the time to hang it up.
Hmm.
Obviously, Brock Lesnar probably could have stayed around for another few years if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
Um, but seems like he's going to go back on his farm in Minnesota and go go live that life. So good for him.
Yeah.
Lesnar
Uh,
calling it a career. Uh, won't miss him too much, but he had a large impact, and I can't take that away.
yeah. All right, Dylan. Let's move on to the ladder match that you talked about. Penta retained his Intercontinental Championship. He beat Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Javon Evans, Rey Mysterio, and Rusev. This match went 15 minutes and 8 seconds. And I'll tell you what, they packed this 15 minutes full with awesome spots. Like, this ladder match was like, man, it was just like, this is what a ladder match at WrestleMania is supposed to be. Just a ton of really good wrestlers. They all had great chemistry. Nothing felt very clumsy or awkward. It flowed into everything nicely. A lot of great moments, a bunch of great spots. I mean, this is what you want out of a ladder match on the grandest stage of them all. Totally fine with Penta winning. The more that I thought about it, the more that it would kind of be a rough look for him if he said, I want a ladder
Yeah,
match, and then lost.
no doubt. As
Um,
much as I would have loved a Javon Evans win here, I think a Penta. I mean, he can take the loss a lot more than Penta could in this moment. I
yeah.
think, which is fine. So happy that Penta was able to retain. And I will say too, it's not often that people like put their title up in a multi-man ladder match and retain. So I'd like to see the stats on that. Honestly, not that I'm asking
I
you to
don't
pull them
know.
up.
I couldn't tell you the last time somebody voluntarily did it and said, I'm putting this on the line in a ladder match.
Yeah, but also I can't. I truly can't remember the last time someone was in a multi-man ladder match for their title and retained it.
Yeah, that's because it's
Like,
the time to lose it.
yeah. So I'd be interested to see those stats. I'll try to find those maybe for next time. But yeah, I mean, great match, a lot of great moments. Javon Evans getting plenty bouncy. Um, got some great I mean, Rusev was great in this match. Um, everyone was great in this match, man. JD McDonough taking some stiff ass bumps as usual.
The
That
destroyer on
destroyer
the
on the
ladder.
ladder that just did not even bend.
Dude,
Um,
I was watching them set up for it, and I was like, surely they can't be going for the destroyer. There's not enough room on this ladder.
um, yeah, dude, JD
And there
gets
was plenty of room.
the hell beat out of him constantly, and he is a real G for that.
Great spot from Ray and Rusev going through the ladder on
Yeah,
the outside.
yeah, no doubt.
Ray got his
But
face smashed on the ladder.
yeah, but overall, great
No
match. Really
complaints.
enjoyed it. No
No
complaints.
complaints.
And I'm super happy with Penta retaining. I think it makes him look really
Yeah.
awesome, and I think Penta's a great champion as of right now. So,
Yeah.
happy with it.
Yeah, fully agree on all the points there. Nothing to complain about with this ladder match. All right. Dylan, are you ready to whoop that Trick? Because Trick Williams defeated Sami Zayn for that United States Championship. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it, Mark. Trick Williams getting the much deserved win here.
Oh, this match went 7 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say this match didn't feel super long either. Um, hey, also shout out to Sami Zayn for leaning into getting booed and the heel stuff, similar to Cody. This looks like it may be a little more. They're leaning into this a little bit more than Cody. Like as far as the entire story is considered, Sami Zayn's leaning into it a bit more because he's saying in his promos and stuff that he needs to stop caring too much about what people think and just do what he's got to do.
It's just weird with the whole diehard Sami Zayn fans, and he cuts promos as if he's like a big baby face.
Yeah.
And just like gets booed out of the stadium every time.
No, totally. And well, he's not wrong. There's the diehard Sami Zayn fans out there.
Yeah, but he said, "Where are my diehard Sami Zayn fans?" And there was like barely any cheer.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Anyway, like we said, not enough time really.
No, never is apparently on WrestleMania 42.
But right result, no doubt. Whoop that trick was at WrestleMania, and he was whooping, and he is the new U.S. champ. Also, Lil Yachty, of course, came out with Trick Williams, as he has been as of late.
What?
I saw some people complaining about I saw some people complaining about the Lil Yachty ad libs.
Okay, it was fine.
I loved them. I thought they were awesome. They were.
It's funny hearing his weird little voice.
His voice is so high. Yeah, he's got like such a high voice.
What?
He's got such a high nasally voice, and it's just like,
come on. I didn't think he overdid it. I thought it was fine.
No, it was fine. He didn't overdo it. I just saw some people complaining about it that were like, "Just let us cheer, whoop that trick, dude. Yachty's ruining this."
All right,
like, all right, shut up.
They're losers.
And it's like, also, yeah, he didn't overdo it, and everything he said was funny. Like,
yeah,
I think he said one too where he was like, "You are now watching the world's greatest," or something.
Yeah.
Like that, I don't know. It was so funny. Anyway, yeah, not too much to be said about the match. I wish they got some more time, but they did great with the time that they did have. And that trick shot, man, I love the trick shot.
Trick shot's awesome.
I think there's few. Obviously, Daniel Bryan's running knee is so good, but the trick shot is one of my favorite knee strikes, man. I really really love it, and he's really become really good at hitting it. Like
especially when you think about it, like somebody his size doing that finisher.
Yeah, and
it's like, oh,
I feel like it took some time for it to look really good, but he's got it down pat now, dude. He hits it every time, and it looks stiff. You hear a smack every time, like it's boom. Looks like a very, very convincing knee strike.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what
interesting to see what Trick Williams is gonna do. Do you think they go right into a Trick and Mello feud?
Yeah,
I think they do too. I think we literally
might get Trick and Mello more infuriating.
I know.
God,
I literally think we might get Trick Mello at Backlash. We'll see. I don't think it's like super likely, but there's a high chance.
Yeah,
like at least 50-50.
How many matches do you think on Backlash? 5?
4 or 5.
Okay, I think 5.
5 probably. I think is good.
You've got Jacob versus Roman, which we'll get into during the main event later in a couple of minutes, and then you have, I think the 6-man tag is a no-brainer, so that's 2 already. Then we saw Rusev is probably Steph versus Liv. Okay, Rusev versus Javon could happen. It seems like they're reigniting that feud as we saw Rusev attack Javon on Raw. I don't know if that's a PLE match, but it's just something that they could do. But yeah, I mean, right person won. Obviously, I think Trick Williams being United States champion is awesome. Not that the belt needed much more like prestige, but I mean, this is going to do wonders for the U.S. title.
No, they've been doing good with the U.S. title as of late, I will say. Like, ever since Cena started that open challenge again, it feels like they've put a lot more thought into that U.S. title. And Mello was a great champion there for a couple months, too. So
Yeah.
he really helped it out.
I'm just excited to get a good storyline with the U.S. title
Yeah,
instead of
and
the
I'm
open challenges.
really excited to see what Trick does.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown tonight's going to be awesome with Drake. I wonder, you think they'll give him a live celebration? They
Maybe,
gotta, right? They gotta give him a little celebration segment.
maybe, yeah.
All right, Dylan. Let's move on to the next match because the Demon returns in not a normal match here. This was advertised as a normal match. Then I believe day of or the day before, they said, you know what? It's going to be a street fight. And Finn Balor beats, or should I say the Demon beat Dominic Mysterio. This match went 10 minutes, 27 seconds. And I'll tell you what, Dirty Dom knows how to make an entrance at WrestleMania.
Oh
King
yeah,
of the luchadors, man. That guy's awesome. So, yeah, I thought it was a solid match. Didn't necessarily blow me away, but obviously the
again,
Demon
just not
won.
enough time. I mean, what are these
Not
guys supposed
enough
to do in
time.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
That feels worthy of the storyline that they've built thus far. Um, I'll tell you what, it was great to see the Demon again. Finn looked awesome. Dom's
Mm-hmm.
entrance was awesome. And what they did in the 10 minutes, 27 seconds, really good. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, the right person won, especially it being the Demon. And that Finn is one of the people that I'm most interested to see where he goes from here. We got JD versus Finn on Raw, um,
Yes.
and I believe Finn won. Um, I can't
Yeah,
remember.
he did.
Okay. So I'm interested to see where we go from here with Finn. Um, and obviously he's back on his own. He's back to his old entrance song. So
Old gear.
old gear. I think we're in a spot where Finn is. We can put him back in a major spot. So let's hope they do it sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I'm with you. I don't really know. It felt
Or at
weird.
all.
Maybe they do they build out this JD thing a little longer. I don't know. It felt weird to just immediately have their match. I thought that was a great video from JD where he was talking about. I think it was before the match. I thought
Yeah,
that was
no, both of
awesome.
them had like a video package about the other, and it was they were both really good. Really
Mm-hmm.
like went into their history together, and I felt like we got a clearer understanding of why JD did what he did. He
Mm-hmm.
really like made more sense of it because in my head it didn't make a ton of sense for him to side with
Yeah.
Dom
Yeah.
over uh the the Finn, but he made it a lot more. He made it a lot. He made it make a lot more sense. So
Mm-hmm.
good on him for that. JD is very underrated.
Agreed.
And he's a workhorse who gets a lot of takes a beatings constantly. So
Yeah.
happy that he's getting more opportunities as of late.
All right, Dylan. Let's move on to the WWE Women's Championship match because Rhea Ripley beat Jade Cargill. This match went 10 minutes and 8 seconds. What were your thoughts on this match?
This match was really good. I really enjoyed it. Jade Cargill, I think, pulled out 10 moves that I've never seen her hit.
One winged angel.
I know, and not just that. Like she was doing chain wrestling that I've never seen her do before. Jade really impressed me here, and I really loved the finish. When Rhea uh, reversed it back
Dude, that
into
was
a
a I don't know how she like flipped through that.
yeah, that reversal back
That
into
was
and then
crazy.
like grabbed her arm as she was falling down, so she had it in position
It was crazy.
for Riptide, and great move, and Rhea gets to win new WWE
Yeah.
Women's Champion. And it was confirmed the next night on Raw. We got a tag match with Rhea and Io versus the Kabuki Warriors, but it was kind of a little bit of a goodbye to Io and Monday Night Raw situation for Rhea Ripley as she's new WWE Women's Champion. So she's now got to fulfill her duties as champion over on SmackDown,
Yes,
which I
sir.
think is going to be really good for SmackDown. I think
Yeah. Yeah.
gonna be really nice to get a shake up over there and someone like Rhea to come in and kind of figurehead that women's division for the time being. Is a really good move. And I think Rhea's done all that she can do on Raw over the last few years.
Hmm.
And if you're not going to put her back into the title picture, put her over on SmackDown as a champ. I love it. So I'm excited to see what she does over there.
Dude, I mean, her versus Julia would be fucking awesome.
Oh, so many matchups, man. So many matchups.
You think Tiff is winning that women's U.S. title off Julia?
I think there's a good shot.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
probably. All right, Dylan. Let's move on to our last and final match, the longest match of the entire weekend, because we have a new World Heavyweight Champion. Roman Reigns defeated CM Punk. This match went 33 minutes and 56 seconds. This was a WrestleMania main event, Dylan.
No doubt, man. I mean, this really, I will say, usually I will say, a lot of times a WrestleMania is only remembered as good as its main event.
Mm-hmm.
So as time goes on, I think we'll look back incredibly fondly on this one. This match was awesome. I was
Yeah.
incredibly entertained throughout the entire thing. Um, it was violent. It was physical. It was a good wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
It was emotional. It was really everything you could want out of a WrestleMania main event. Man, these two guys delivered really incredible, epic entrances from the both of them. Um, Punk with the video package with his ROH music was really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes out to the silence and says it's climber time uh, before the music hits. That was pretty sick, hearing the entire stadium do that. And yeah, man. I mean, and in my opinion, it was the right call. I think putting this title on Roman really legitimizes that title again.
Oh, yeah, looks damn
Um,
good on his shoulder.
it does, man. And then yeah, and it was all. It's just a great match. There's not much more I can say besides it was just. I loved this match. It was so awesome. Both men delivered in a major way, and your new champion is Roman Reigns.
Yeah. All is right in the world, Dylan. Roman Reigns is holding a world title in
Yeah, man.
WWE.
And immediately gets us real excited that next night on Raw, man, the main event.
Mm-hmm.
The main event segment is starts out essentially Roman Reigns as the new champion, coming out with his cousins, the Usos, and tells them he misses this. Right? He tells them he misses this.
They all
He
do.
wants the bloodline to be back together. He wants to rock with them because together they're stronger than anything in this business, right?
Together, they are a fist.
Um, and then so it seems like we're gonna get the babyface bloodline, coming back for real this time. With the Usos said, "You already know, Us,
Mm-hmm.
always our tribal chief." Hopefully, I hope they don't get into the tension and stuff. I hope it's just, I mean, maybe there'll be a little bit of tension, but I hope it's very much like a Roman is like, I don't want this to be like last time. Like, I want you guys to let me know what you're thinking all the time and have a real say in this thing. And like,
Mm-hmm.
um, so hopefully that's the direction they go. Then of course during that segment they set up this new bloodline, and then two. Here he comes, man. The Samoan werewolf comes out. Cousin Jacob,
Sir.
joining his family in the ring. And of course, and then we see he's staring at him, and then Roman Reigns says, "You must be here to acknowledge me." And immediately we get Jacob. Nah, that ain't it. Um, that got me so hype immediately as he did that. As hype as I would have been for Jacob Fatu to be in this babyface bloodline, I think it makes a lot more sense. And then, he says he's like, I gotta put my kids in a better school. I need that. I need that. I need everything you got. I need.
Everything that comes to being a tribal chief, I need. I
Yeah.
need
So
more vehicles.
yeah, yeah. I need more vehicles. That was the bro. Jacob Fatu needs more vehicles, man.
Don't we all?
God, yeah, that was great. I need more vehicles. I need to put my kids in a better school.
I need a bigger house.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Shout out to Jacob Fatu, man. And he says at Backlash. So they're setting this up right away for Backlash,
Mm-hmm.
man. Jacob
No
Fatu coming
time to
off a big
waste.
win. Obviously, Roman Reigns, your new champ, coming off a big win. And I can't imagine this is where this storyline is going to end. So I'm really excited to see where they go with this story.
He also subtly told Jay and Jimmy to talk to him too. Like after that happened, once Jacob left, he's like, "Man, you gotta go talk to him." He's like, "All right, we'll talk to him, Moose."
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know. Do you think this leads to Jacob joining them after?
Maybe eventually. I could definitely see a war game instance where we get maybe like a babyface bloodline that has Jacob and like Solo. I don't know. I don't know who the last person is, but I can definitely see an instance where that happens. But I also feel like they are trying to build Jacob as a big singles competitor right now. So
yeah,
it's interesting.
It is interesting. Plus to see him on Monday Night Raw, of all things too. And
no doubt. Awesome. Yeah. So I mean, you got to think that Jacob Fatu potentially a member of Monday Night Raw now.
I mean, yeah,
so we got to
see how he can't
see where that goes.
Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to Danhausen, who I thought had a quite interesting segment. That was pretty funny. With his crew of, I believe they are the Micromania Midget Wrestling.
Oh, very cool.
I believe that was what I saw on the Twitter. And Michael Cole was pretty funny once he called them midgets. And he said, before you get mad at me, they told me to call them that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, Danhausen having a segment with The Miz. It was good to see The Miz and John Cena and Kit Wilson. Nut shot straight to Kit Wilson. And then the dog pile was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then Danhausen also with the nut shot. And then the five knuckle shuffle into the eye poke.
Yeah, the five knuckle shufflehausen.
Yeah. So yeah, Danhausen's great.
The claw thing.
Yeah, and then I guess on Raw we'll talk about the NXT call-ups, which was Sol Ruka, and then we saw Ethan Page on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, man, Ethan Page getting that win over Javon Evans.
Yeah.
So all ego on Monday Night Raw. So it's exciting to see him there. So
I mean, that tag match is probably happening next week with Rusev and Page. With Javon and Penta. I mean,
yeah, no doubt.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up. We have not seen what happened on Friday Night SmackDown, so we are not talking about it. I'm assuming there's going to be some more NXT call-ups. It wouldn't surprise me if someone like a Jada Parker got called up to SmackDown, especially I think the SmackDown Women's Division needs some help right now. Obviously, Jordan Grace is finally back from her injury. Chelsea Green is sidelined, so hopefully she can be back soon, but it'll be fun to see if there's any more call-ups or surprises on Friday Night SmackDown. Obviously, we will be talking about Backlash on the next episode because the next episode may actually be our predictions, potentially.
Yeah, who even knows? We'll see what
Backlash.
The match is looking like.
How things are lining up, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure to subscribe, click that like button, click that bell if you want to get notified every time we upload a new video. And with that being said, I'm Mark Izzo, he's Dylan O'Brien, and this has been another episode of the Burning Hammer Podcast. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace out.